All right, welcome into another chest day. Today we are going to start with an incline barbell press. The last two workouts, if you saw those, 2 workouts ago I did a flat barbell bench, and then the workout after that I did an incline dumbbell bench to start. So on all of my chest days, I either start with a dumbbell press or a barbell press. Recently I hit my goal of getting back to a flat bench press of 315. So I'm now switching my priority to increasing my upper chest, my incline bench press. I started before my first set here with my full shoulder workout. I do have a link to that as well, so I recommend you check that out. Always make sure you're fully warming up your shoulders before we get into any sort of heavy pressing. So we started off with 95 pounds just to really get some movement in the joints and get it feeling good. From there, we jumped up to 135 and then here to 185. I'll let you watch a few more sets here and catch up with you in a second. In a little bit, I'm going to show you the proper way of how you should fail on a rep. So I end up going a little heavier in this workout and I do fail at one of my reps, but I want you to pay attention and you can safely see how to safely fail a rep, get yourself out of it, get the bar back up without hurting yourself. So stay tuned for that in a few minutes here and I'll pick up with you soon. All right, so we just hit 245. Now we're going up to 265. My goal for today was 275. Ultimately, as you'll see here, I did not have the juice in the tank today for that. So we get out on our act and we go down the descent on the rep and that's where it stays. Notice the safety pins though. I had set them up ahead of time to make sure they were the correct height. From there, I roll out, get myself out of it, walk around the bar. Notice nothing strenuous, nothing hurting myself here. Then a good old Zercher squat to get the bar back up to the rack where we can resume our sets. And go again, I hit 225 for a couple reps here in this set before backing down again and do it a few burnout sets. You'll see with my primary exercises, that is a common theme of my training, is that I will build up to a heavy set. I would say 2, 3, sometimes even a 1. If I don't mean it to be a 1, sometimes it's 1. And then I'll back down and do a couple lighter sets to get some good volume in there. So I'll let you finish up and watch these here, and I'll pick up with you at the next exercise. All right, just finished up a set of 20 for 135 on incline bench and onto my first accessory movement. I really like this machine. You can manipulate it to make it a bit of an incline press. If you scoot your bum forward, you can keep it as a flat press. You'll notice that I adjusted it even between my sets. So I did once here, and then I lowered the bench a little bit. I wanted to really try to prioritize hitting my upper pec a bit more. So with this, since there's no stabilizer muscles, I feel okay flaring my elbows a little bit. And so what that'll do is I'll flare my elbows, and then I will almost do like a guillotine press with this machine. If you're familiar with that exercise, it targets your upper chest while being on a flat surface by flaring your elbows and coming a little bit higher with that. And that's what I tend to do with this a little bit. So you'll see a couple sets here, really just trying to get as many reps in as I can, and then we go over to dips. Dips are something I do on a fairly regular basis. I really like to do them. I find it's a really good builder for the chest and also for the triceps. Notice though, full range of motion. We're coming all the way down and going just about all the way up, not a full lockout. But with the tricep, the stretch portion of the movement, so in this case, when you're down at the bottom of the dip, is really, really, really important for growth. So we really want to make sure we're getting a good stretch. Also, the stretch in the chest fibers when you're all the way down, it's going to really round out your pec, coming from the middle of your pec line out towards your armpit. We had a little bit of assistance with the assisted machine. You know, I'm 240 pounds. I can only do so many of these, especially after 2 presses before I need a little bit of help. So that's what we're doing here. We're using the machine. I'll let you finish up with this, and I'll show you the flies at the very end for my favorite chest fly variation. All right, and this is our final exercise of the workout. So we did 4 today. We did our incline barbell press, we did our flat machine press, we did our dips, and lastly, a cable fly. This is my favorite way to do a cable fly. I step one foot slightly in front of the other. It doesn't really matter which one. I've played around with both, and I think it feels very similar. Do one at a time, and then really just make sure you're getting a really good stretch feeling through the upper chest. You'll see at the bottom of each rep, I almost pronate my hand, so my palm is facing away from me at the bottom. I find that helps me get a really good stretch through my arm, even too, through my bicep, up into my pec. And sometimes, as you'll see there, I look over to the opposite side. I find that really helps me get a nice, deep stretch through the muscle. So I'll let you finish up with this. This is our last exercise. I ended up doing about 5 or 6 sets of incline bench press today, 2 sets of the flat machine press, about 3 sets of dips, and 2 sets of this for each arm. So again, we're moving really quickly between sets. We don't want to take up too much time. These workouts are intended for people that don't have much time, that are in a hurry. So hopefully you picked up on something today, enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe down below. Until next time, thanks for watching.